Researchers are trying different techniques to cure equine tumors, and a study has shown the impact of positive reinforcement on horse training. I'm Ryder, news editor of The Horse, your guide to equine healthcare. Welcome to the Ryder Report for July 22nd. Two treatments for sarcoids and other equine tumors were discussed at the recent forum of the American College of Veterinary Internal Medicine. While radiation therapy might seem like an unrealistic option for managing horses with cancer, an ACVIM presenter from Washington State University's College of Veterinary Medicine suggested the opposite. She said that radiation therapy is a viable option for numerous equine tumors, including sarcoids and melanomas. She said the goal is to apply the maximum dose of radiation to the tumor while sparing the normal surrounding tissue. She noted that while tumors on the head or limbs are easiest to position, vets are able to treat any body part they can fit under the beam. 3 different forms of radiation therapy are available, each associated with different pros and cons. 6 American facilities offer radiation therapy services. Another treatment that was brought up at ACVIM is electrochemotherapy, a treatment modality that uses a combination of chemotherapeutic drug administration with the direct application of electric pulses to tumors on the skin. Researchers say this technique is highly effective, affordable, and simple. Here's how it works. Since some chemotherapy drugs have poor membrane permeability, they cannot enter certain types of cells, including skin cells. However, if a vet applies electric pulses to the tumor, the membranes of the cancer cells open, allowing the drug to enter and kill the abnormal tumor cells. The researchers looking into the method reported a 100% success rate with small tumors, with an overall success rate of 98%. For more on these treatments, do a search for keyword tumor on thehorse.com. Michigan State University researchers recently put some science behind the observation that positive reinforcement might be a more peaceful way to train horses. While positive reinforcement did not make horses learn a frightening task faster than horses that were handled using only traditional negative reinforcement strategies, the horses exposed to positive reinforcement did not learn the task any slower either. By negative reinforcement, we aren't talking about something bad or a punishment. We're talking about the release of unwanted pressure on a lead rope. Half of the 34 horses in a study were asked to walk over a green tarp by a handler who used pressure and release to reward movement. The other half were also rewarded with something positive, like a handful of grain or a scratch on the withers. While one group wasn't noticeably faster to learn the task than the other, more horses in the negative reinforcement group failed to complete the task. Additionally, half of the horses that failed in the negative group went on to succeed when the researchers added positive reinforcement. You can read more about this study at article 12326 on thehorse.com. 2 of the people exposed to horses infected with Hendra virus at Redlands Veterinary Clinic in the Australian state of Queensland have contracted the zoonotic disease. The principal of the clinic told ABC Radio that both were in satisfactory condition. 3 horses at the clinic were found to be infected with the virus earlier this month. Of these, 2 died and 1 recovered. The additional 37 horses at the facility have undergone testing for the virus. Wildfires in Northern California are expected to keep burning for at least a week, according to National Forest bulletins. While the canceling of equine events such as the 100-mile Tevis Cup endurance race are a concern, horse owners who live in the area also need to consider the effect of wildfire smoke on their horses' respiratory health. Veterinarians with the UC Davis have put together an article giving instructions on how to minimize the impact of smoke on your horse's airways. Some of the suggestions included limiting exercise, providing plenty of water, and soaking hay. Check out article 10782 for further instructions. In news that will make your horse happy, researchers in England recently took the time to figure out what flavors horses actually like compared to what we and product manufacturers think they like. As it turned out in their study, which consisted of 3 phases to narrow many options down into an order of preference, horses have some exotic tastes. Their favorite flavor was fenugreek, which is an aromatic herb. Next on the list came banana and cherry, followed by rosemary, cumin, and carrot. You can read more at article 12280 on thehorse.com. Now, before you run out and buy fenugreek and cherries in bulk, keep in mind that there are toxicity issues with some of the flavors listed, cherry for example, that might necessitate using an artificial flavor. So if you decide to spice up your horse's feed, be sure you're using the correct form and a safe dose. Or to be on the safe side, purchase pre-flavored horse-safe products and always check with your vet before modifying your horse's diet. That's it for this week's Ryder Report. Visit thehorse.com for all the latest news on equine healthcare, management, and welfare. I'm Ryder, news editor of The Horse, your guide to equine healthcare. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.